and welcome everyone to this episode of Biz Coach and Coffee. I am your host, Biz Coach Steve Feld, and my goal is to stop business owners from suffering from entrepreneurial depression and start making running their businesses much easier. Business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to crack 7 figures without burning themselves out. Today, we have another fantastic guest with us, Stephanie Wall. Stephanie is going to be sharing some phenomenal things. She's actually the CEO of Speaker Stephanie. That is a very cool name. I kind of think it says it all right there. Where she is on a mission to transform 1 million lives. Please welcome Stephanie.
Hello, Steve and audience. You know, I just love it when I hear someone say she's on a mission to transform 1 million lives. That is significant. You know what? And when I first said it the first time, I was like, 1 million. Wow, that was like real big. But then I realized the world has gotten so much smaller. At least 20 million people have told me, I'm going to need you to increase that number. 1 million a day, 1 million every other day. So whatever it is, every time I open my mouth, the hope and the prayer is I'm changing and transforming 1 million lives. So thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk about how are you transforming in their lives? That's probably the key question now.
Oh my gosh. So listen, here's the deal. This is, if you are a speaker, entrepreneur, business owner, whatever you are, look, teacher, preacher, anyone, you use your words to communicate, to transform your situation, to sell something. And let's be clear, we're all selling something. We don't like the word, but the first thing that we're selling is who we are, because people purchase from us because of what? Emotions. Either we're removing something, making them feel better about something, or we're removing a pain. And we're using our words. So I transform lives by helping people get to their next. Their next is, all right, listen, what's blocking you from getting into your purpose? What's blocking you from serving? What's blocking you from going after that promotion? What's blocking you from launching that business? What's blocking you from using your gifts? Because we all have some. And so I transform their lives by removing barriers. And mostly it's everything to do with speaking, because I am a speaker who happens to also be a coach, and a coach who speaks, just like many of you.
Excellent. Yeah, you brought up a great point. I was like, yeah, I wanted to launch my own brand of coffee because everything I have is around coffee. And my coach said, so what's stopping you? And I said, hold on. 10 minutes later, I go, okay, it's in motion.
This is all I'm saying. All you needed to do was get out of here. And you was like, okay, what is stopping me? What is stopping me? And the reality is nothing stops us. Nothing stops us but us. And when you find that out, you almost pissed, like, so I can't blame it on that. I can't blame it on this. No, but it's okay. If you want, we can go ahead and admit that we all have excuses. Come on now. If you don't have any excuses, if you say you don't, can we just call you your storyteller? And not of the good kind.
We all do it. And that's why I love working with the small business owners and entrepreneurs. I mean, it's like they're stuck. You're encountering it. And it's always them in their own way.
But let me tell you, I love working with entrepreneurs. And because here's the deal. We have some awesome sauce people. Let's talk about how we have they're so creative.
Mm-hmm.
And like right now, give me the destiny sprints, give me the masterminds. I'm in there like, all right, well, I'm coming in here with you bring an idea in a room full of entrepreneurs.
Oh,
what? They're gonna get you with the what ifs. Well, what if you tried this? Well, what if we tried that? And by the time you leave there, you will be amped, but you have to come in there with be open to hearing and receiving and believing that whatever you hear and whatever they tell you, it's possible.
It is. Yeah.
It's possible. So I love it. But entrepreneurs also, once they get rolling, they are fearless. But until we get rolling, until we get out of our own way, swear to you, we are brainwashed to believe that we can't do anything but go to work for somebody. You know, I don't know about you all. I don't know about you, but when I was raised, it was graduate from high school, go to college or don't, and get you a good government job. Work it till you retire, Get you some mailbox. Now we got, let's go direct deposit, but we call the mailbox money back then, right? Get you some mailbox money, and then you can work on your little dreams. That's what we call it then, your little dreams.
Right.
Now, I have sons. My son's like, why are we waiting on dreams? It's like a whole nother world.
It is.
It's a whole nother world.
I felt fortunate because both my parents own businesses, their own businesses. So I grew up in an entrepreneurial family seeing the highs, the lows, the goods, the bads, all of it. And I couldn't figure it out until I got really into grad school. And then I realized, oh my gosh, school's been training me to be a drone and I can't do that. And grad school is what broke me out of it. And all of a sudden I was like, I know what I want to do for a living.
That's
and
awesome.
I've pursued it.
I wish that would have been my dream. That would have been my dream in the sense of I didn't have like anybody like really close in the family that I communicated with. And when I think back on it, even the one or two people that we can kind of call them, right? They didn't really talk about it. They didn't tell you about the struggle. I didn't see the struggle. I didn't know anything about anything. Because let's be clear, launching a business, entrepreneurship, it is work. And it is hard work. It can be fun, but let's be clear, if it really isn't something you're passionate about doing, you will set it down because this is too much work. If you are passionate, whatever you're passionate about, nothing, can I say nothing can stop you except for yourself and fear. And I love I love Les Brown because he talks about that doggone, that look, face everything and run, right? I'm sorry, fear everything and run, or face everything and rise. And I love that because I was like, fear everything and run, which is easy, or face it and rise. And what I found out was facing it and rising was it was not hard. It was easier once I decided to face it. I found that it wasn't that scary. It's like turning on a light in the room and find out there is no boogeyman, if you will, right? It's the same room. Just turn the lights on. Somebody turned the lights on. Somebody turned the lights on for me. But Steve, this is exciting. You're in the right place. This is the right place for you. Right here, changing people's lives. I love this.
That's it. And I've had 7 businesses. My passion is to help small business owners survive and thrive. That's it. And everything I do, it's like, I'm tired of seeing the failure rate of small business owners. And it's all because they're trying to make it so hard because they only know what they know.
And you know what, Stephen asked you this, because this is one of the things I keep saying this, like to all my clients. I'm like, okay, here's the deal. Once we get past the barrier of the fear, like, what are you afraid of? Okay, we got there. And you know what happens? And even though we all know the data, we Google University, we know it says about the first 5 years, the first 2 years, the first 10, and you know what it says, that what the statistical data says.
Yeah.
So we know what's coming. It's not sneaking up on us. Why do we set ourselves up for, okay, we already know that you probably tell me the data better than I can. In the first 5 years, most businesses, either you're going to sink or swim. And most of them are not swimming. They are sinking. Financial stuff almost always. Yeah. That back end, right? And they went in not understanding that to make money, you got to spend a little money. And so they thought they could kind of go in there and wishy-washy. Oh no, I'm going to tell you that I have a couple of clients that already, that first year when they had the tax season came around, it was like, yes, this is a business.
Yeah.
Right. And there's a whole bit, but my name is Stephanie. Let me just be honest that I too put the cart before the horse, and I did the worst thing. And one of the worst, and that was, I thought to launch a business, you needed all these things.
Oh, I've been there.
Steve, I bought myself. I was like, come on, somebody help me. I
need a website. I need business cards. I need a logo. And it was all BS. What I needed was customers.
We can almost, we almost have a show up. Everybody just, get, I don't know, a little montage of folks and say, all right, You got to bring the top 5 things, or if something, especially if something's tangible that you bought that you thought you had to have to launch that business. Yes, too much money I spent on the website. Hello. And I'm real mad. I'm not mad, but I'm like, are you telling me I could have just had a page or something
for free?
Yes.
One landing page for free.
Well, let me take it back. Let me fix it right now. I'm gonna fix it right, Steve. I'm gonna fix it for everybody. Let me just tell y'all, I was getting ready to see out my mouth. Nobody told me, but the truth of the matter is, I should have had a coach or a mentor, but particularly a coach, because they know exactly what you need, right? Or even a mentor. I asked nobody nothing. I thought I had all of the answers. I thought I would just follow, look what they're doing. Sounds good. Get you an LLC, get you a name, get you some business cards, get you a website, get all this stuff, cameras, spend a bunch of money. And I looked shiny and glittering as gold, and I was broke. And getting broke about a minute, because if you're buying all these tools and you're not getting any customers, because see, I didn't know how to get customers. I thought just if I put something on it and dress it all up, that people just gonna come out of anywhere because I look good. You know, the company looked like it was professional. Steve, how many times do you deal with? How many times do you have to tell your clients, okay, so now you have all of that stuff. Now, how do you get customers?
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to we'll take a quick break. We're going to come right back on that. We're going to talk about that. That should be the first thing you do when you set up your business. And we're going to talk about that. We'll be right back after a moment from our sponsors.
This episode is sponsored by Spotlight Books. Get your expert book completed in 30 days. If you don't have an expert lead magnet book about you and how you serve your market, then visit www.spotlight-books.com. Link is also in the show notes. Put a spotlight on your expertise.
And we're back with Stephanie Wall. We just were talking about getting help. And I even wrote a book about like why you need a business coach, but it's not just me, anyone. I mean, I always use Michael Jordan as an example. I say he's the greatest basketball player that ever lived, undeniably. This man, I found out, I read an article, he had 12 coaches. The more I dug and I started doing some more digging on it, he had over 20 coaches. Him, the greatest basketball player ever, over 20 coaches. And he had a head coach, offensive coach, defensive coach, a dribbling coach, a shooting coach, a fitness coach, a nutrition coach. It went on and on. And the reason he said it, he goes, I can only see what I can see. They see something in me I cannot see, and they push me to a level I didn't know I had. That's a coach.
That is, you just said, I'm so glad you said that. We're on the same page, like majorly, because here's the deal. I had this conversation, I'm always on live on purpose with my folks, right? The different groups. And the last conversation I had was, I had to explain. So many of you are going to be new coaches, new entrepreneurs, and in your space, you're going to experience this. I'd like for you to be my mentor. Mm-hmm. So then I had to have the whole conversation about the mentor versus the coach and how they can be one and the same, but there's a difference. Coaches provide an invoice, right? Look,
yeah.
Let's be clear. And listen, it's a business. You need a service. And here is the thing. I talked about my mentors. Man, all my mentors also happen to be coaches. And I pay because I understand that, it's a reciprocal, right? They have what I need, and that's why I'm connected. And it's about connections. But let me tell you, I know I had a visibility coach, a branding coach, a business coach, a coach's coach, you know what I'm saying? A speaking coach. But each one of them, I know we did the niche or the niche. Yes, yeah, and yes, a lot of their stuff kind of, into each other, but they were excellent at one particular thing, and that was the thing that I needed. And if you find a coach and whatever, someone tell you exactly what they do. If you are starting a business, I swear to you, if you don't have a coach that that's what they do, help businesses launch.
Yeah.
You are you are missing a great opportunity to avoid a bunch of the mistakes. It's kind of like parents, with our kids, we try to help them not make a mistake. That's what your business coach does for you. Holy cow, I wish I did it. I would pay any money to be able to go back and start out with a coach who can say, Stephanie, okay, you want to launch your business? Tell me what you have. Okay, you don't need that.
Right.
I need you to do this. I would give anything to go back and start all over just like that.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps you so focused. You got to think they've already been down this trail. They can see the trees in the forest. Us as business owners, we can't even see the trees and we're stuck in the forest and the tree is right in front of us. And a coach opens up our eyes and helps us navigate through that forest. And the first time I brought on a coach, I've always had mentors and advisors, but the second I brought on a coach to help me in a business that I hated going to. I hated going to my own business. 45 days later, I loved walking in. They turned my life around.
Wait a minute. Listen, you hated going, it was your business.
My own business.
You hated to go to it. Not 4 years, not 4 months. 45 days later, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Everything changed.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what now I'm not talking to my audience and Steve's. If you all, I like to think everybody that's listening, if you are an entrepreneur, I know good and well, as my late mom used to say, I know good and well that you are not trying to figure this all by yourself. Just based on that alone, I would be like, what?
Yeah.
How do I connect with Steve? Like, how do I get these? Listen, whatever, everybody has a plan. Whatever, you may not need that, but you need something. I promise you, the biggest mistake that I made was launching without a plan. I had this little piece of plan, but it wasn't really, I didn't really do the research. I didn't connect with a coach. But I mean, honestly, I had consultants. I needed a coach. I needed somebody to help me understand the process, because no matter what you're doing, you should understand the processes. Before you go and hire this one to do it for you, you should understand the process. And Oprah Winfrey, Oprah, and everybody else will tell you that, and all the superstars, if you will, who were folks stole money from them, and all because they didn't understand. They just went ahead and just delegated out everything. They didn't understand anything. I'm not saying you have to be a QuickBooks person, but you should know how it works.
You should know what's the purpose of it and how to use it in your business. I see this with business owners. They can't read their financial statements because they don't like numbers. Okay, you don't have to love numbers, but at least understand what they mean and how to control them in your business. You're not the CPA, the accountant. Don't be that person. Fine, hire someone to do that, but you need to open up that financial statement and understand how those numbers guide your business.
Wow. What is, and I know this, but what is your number one pet peeve? Like most of your clients, you find that's the biggest thing is just their shortcoming. I'm just curious, Steve.
Oh, I had one client, he had boxes and cases in his office. I'm like, what's up with all that? He's like, oh, those are all my financial statements for the last 15 years. I've never opened up one because I don't know how to read them.
Okay,
I was
like, do that.
Oh boy, we have a problem.
You're not gonna do that.
And so we spent a Saturday and a Sunday just showing him, understand 3 basic numbers on your financials. Once he understood his financials, he made smarter decisions in his business and guided everything through basically outputs.
Listen,
that easy.
That is, see, that right there would have been me. That would have been that, I don't know if it would have been boxes, but it would have been me. It was me. It wouldn't be, it was me. It was in the sense of, I didn't have the boxes, but my frustration was that part. And so, when you're frustrated, what do? I think I'll just avoid it. I think I'll just avoid it. But let's be clear, that elephant is going to keep getting bigger in the room. It wasn't in the room. It is not going away. And so I was like, okay, all right, I need to understand it. So I got to get a CPA. And so she was like, all right, well, she's a coach. And so she was not going for the shenanigans. Everything was, even the quick books Yeah, sure. We'll help you set it up, right? But you got to input, and it's all because it was a lesson. See, there is a lesson in the labor, which is whichever I always says. And so she was teaching me that. And at first I was like, oh, this sucks. I'm not paying you. She's like, oh, no. You must understand it.
You got to understand the inputs.
Yes. And I thought this is so frustrating, but I learned a lot because I was like, ooh. And then, like you said, those bottom lines, the numbers, you need to understand this. And then it became, and I know it's going to be some of you, if it hasn't happened already, I had a bit of, my feelings was hurt a little bit, when she was like, why are you doing this? And my explanation, my reason was kind of embarrassing. Sometimes it is I don't know why. I didn't even know what I'm doing. So you don't even know what it's embarrassing, but guess what?
Real.
It's better to have that conversation with the professionals so they can get you on the right side of this problem than stay over here and pretend like it's not happening, because the problem will compound itself and then you have other problems as a result of the first one. And that, my friends, you don't want that in your life. And that's another reason why many businesses, they just, instead of fixing that problem, I quit. Right?
I know we can go on this.
I know, we on that one, yeah.
Topic, but I'm a giver. I know you're a giver. I always have our guests give something to our listener to help them grow their business. What kind of gift can you give them today?
Oh my goodness. So listen, starting on February the 7th, 5 days, a 5-day transform your world.
I don't know if this will come out by then. Sorry.
But don't worry about it. It'll reset. It's 5 days. It's a 5-day challenge. It's a 5-day challenge. And the 5-day challenge is this: transform your world, let your voice be heard. And the reason that it's called transform your world, let your voice be heard, is because many of us, the biggest transformation we need is the ability to use our voice. In any room, the boardroom, the classroom, the church room, the mosque, wherever it is that you serve, you have to be present. And you may have a great talent and or ability, but if you don't use your voice and share that gift, nobody will ever know. So the transformation is yours to have, and it's free. So come on in, and in 5 days, change your world. That's my gift to you.
Excellent. We will definitely have all of the contact links for that in the show notes. So definitely take advantage of Stephanie's offer. We're here to help. Stephanie, I want to say thank you very much for coming on the show and sharing your wisdom and, explaining to everyone. It's like, get some help. Whatever it is, get the help.
Yes, get some help. Look, today, make a decision today to change your life, transform your life by first getting a coach. Honestly,
yeah,
get a coach. It takes away all the pressure of trying to figure it out on your own.
Yeah, stop the madness. That's why I have it in my thing. Stop that entrepreneurial depression. Great. Well, thank you again, folks. Please take advantage of Stephanie's offer. I want to say to you, we wish you and your business much success. This is Biz Coach Steve Feld. Have a great day.
We hope you enjoyed today's topic. If you'd like to discuss how you can apply these strategies in your business, let us know. This episode is sponsored by Spotlight Books. Get your own expert book written about you in 30 days. Set yourself apart from the competition. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to give us your comments. We look forward to hearing from you on Biz Coach and Coffee.